Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you PCF, Phoenix Cup Federation Moltres Division, Week 2. Chicago Charizards taking on Jake, aka Lord Ixie, and the Philadelphia Phantumps. We're coming off that 2-0 win last week versus Renegade and the Reggie, so hopefully we can keep momentum and win back-to-back games for the first time in a long time. Again, the team we're rocking out with here is that Sand Core with Excadrill, Tyranitar, Rotom Wash, Mandibuzz, Shaman, Rabombi, Salazzle, Uxie, Standard Glade, Stoutland, and Mega Chomp. Lord Ixie's got a team consisting of Jirachi, Weavile, Mimikyu, Nihilego, Vaporeon, Haxorus, Rotom, Hitmonlee, Mudsdale, Magmortar, and Mega Altaria. This team is giving me some fits in prep this week. I can honestly say I think that Vaporeon definitely comes, Rotom definitely comes, I feel like Hitmonlee comes, I feel like Mudsdale can come, I feel like Mimikyu could come, Magmortar could come. It's not a Z captain, but it still has the ability to break a sand team. Mega Altaria can come and just run through me. Mega Altaria I'm really concerned about. And while doing prep this week, I kept going back to how do I beat Mega Altaria, how do I beat Mega Altaria, how do I beat Mega Altaria, and I spent way too much time trying to figure out how to beat Mega Altaria, so I said enough. We're going to bring what we can to beat Mega Altaria, but we still have to be able to take on the rest of his team. Pretty much, if I let Mega Altaria get to +1, I'm in real trouble. If it gets to +2, I'm done. I'm swept. So, I'm going to jump over here. Drag that over here. So, I am not bringing T-Tar. Why am I not bringing T-Tar? Because I need to be able to take on Altaria, and T-Tar is not going to be able to take on Altaria very well because it's slow, because Altaria can use it as setup fodder, because if he brings a bulky Altaria, the only thing I can do is Stone Edge it to death. So really, there's no reason to bring T-Tar. Plus, I've already got Drill coming, so I'm already fighting weak, and I don't want to give that Hitmonlee or Mimikyu once it sets up Drain Punch fodder. This Excadrill went through a lot of different sets. At one point I was Scarfed Moxie, or Scarfed Moldbreaker. At one point I was Sand Rush. Now I'm Sand Force right here. Just various different things. I was thinking like Scarfed, what's its other? Moldbreaker would be a good way to take on Mimikyu, but I don't know. I'm Rockium Z Sandstorm, which that gives me +1 speed, which is why I'm Sand Force, not Sand Speed, because I'll already be fast, and then the Sand Force boost gives me the boost to the attack instead of the speed boost, so I get 1.3 times. Basically, I get a Life Orb for my Iron Head and my EQ. I am running a very weird set, I think, on this Excadrill. Like, it's not your typical set. Iron Head and EQ are my only attacking moves, but EQ wipes Jirachi, EQ wipes Nihilego, EQ wipes Magmortar. Iron Head takes out Altaria. Iron Head does big damage to basically the rest of his team outside of Vaporeon. Rotom can come in on this thing pretty easily, but and Mudsdale can too. But I need to clear Rotom and Vaporeon before Drill can come in and just go to town. But yeah, I'm Iron Defense because if at some point I can get an Iron Defense up once I get the Z Sandstorm off. Like if I get the Z Sandstorm off and Vaporeon's gone and Rotom is gone, his next best thing is Hitmonlee, which I'd outspeed on, yeah, even Scarfed I'd outspeed. I could put up an Iron Defense, and I believe I live the hit then. I gotta go pull the calc real quick. Because this is one of those calcs I was questioning. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to import it. Excadrill. Custom set. +2 defense. Hitmonlee. Just got a curse set. Where's Reckless? Reckless. Hello. K. I jump kick. No, I don't. I forgot. I didn't live that at +2, but anyways, if I can get the +2, +4 somehow, it's not great. Like this is not a good thing. I just didn't have another move to stick in here. Maybe rocks. Yeah, okay. We'll go rocks. We'll go rocks. The only reason I was carrying it was so I could get up an iron defense before the Altaria could potentially get in and get boosted. Because then I can take hits and OHKO the Altaria. Because Altaria carrying return EQ, Dragon Dance Altaria with Roost just runs my team. Like, I don't have an answer for it. Salazzle's not a good poison type. My steel type is weak to EQ. So, I don't really have a good answer to Mega Altaria, like I said. So I guess I'm Iron Head, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Sandstorm. So the Z Sandstorm give me the speed boost. I outspeed Altaria. With this speed combination, I outspeed Altaria at +1, unless he is max speed Altaria. Like timid max, or yeah, timid, either timid or jolly max speed Altaria. So I do outpace Altaria at +1. The Iron Head OHKOs with the 72 and the Adamant Nature. That's an OHKO with the Iron Head as long as sand is up. If I don't have sand up, it's a 2-shot. EQ OHKOs everything that it can OHKO with the Sand Force. Jirachi won't take it. Weavile won't take the Iron Head. Mimikyu won't take the Iron Head. Nihilego won't take the EQ. Haxorus won't take more than 2 hits. Rotom-Mow takes, I believe, 2 Iron Heads and then it's out. Hitmonlee won't take more than 2. Mudsdale's an issue. Magmortar doesn't take an EQ. Altaria doesn't take the Iron Head with sand up. So I have to make sure that once I do this, I got to go in and keep the sand. Like, I got 5 turns to clean before I run out of sand and then have to reset. So, but yeah, that's the Excadrill. You have Rocky Helmet, Rotom Wash with Volt Switch, Hydro, Defog, and Thunderbolt. This thing also went through a variety of different combinations, from being fully defensive to being like a Specs set to being a Will-O-Wisp set, and I just Mega Altaria again causing so many headaches, so I just decided to go with the Rocky Helmet set. That way, if Mega Altaria hits me, it at least gets chipped, that sort of thing, and then I can just slowly chip things down. This thing takes on Magmortar. It's faster than Magmortar at base, because Magmortar does get things like Thunderbolt, which could 2-shot me. If he runs a White Herb Solar Beam, that could be an issue. I wanted to make sure I was faster than Magmortar, which is why I'm 232. The 100 Modest Nature is enough for my Hydro to kill Magmortar, and then for Thunderbolt to 2-shot Vaporeon so it can't Wish Protect. All that. I am carrying Defog because I cannot have rocks on my side of the field because of Ribombee. And when we get to Ribombee, I'll talk about that. So that's why the speed and the attack investment are the way they are. That 176 HP is just bulk. The rest of it goes into bulk. Try to live a hit from the Altaria, get the Rocky Helmet hit, and then T-Bolt it. Just to get a hit off or Volt Switch if I can, potentially. That way I can pivot into something that can check Mega Altaria before it gets to +2. Shaman here. Again, this is another interesting Shaman set. I know last week I faked out Renegade by not carrying HP Ice. Honestly, I'm just trying things at this point. I'm experimenting with my Mons to see. There's some weird sets. Like, Excadrill's weird, Shaman's pretty weird. Again, for the second week. I'm wide lens, trying to make sure, as I've always said, as long as you get your Shaman some glasses and you scratch it behind the flower and pet it gently and nicely and tell it it's a good Shaman, it'll never miss a Seed Flare. Wide lens are its glasses, so hopefully I don't miss a Seed Flare. Earth Power is there because his direct check is Magmortar. So if I can EP the Magmortar and 2-shot it, which is why I'm 100 in the special attack stat, that allows me to 2-shot Magmortar. I'm faster than Magmortar by 1 speed point again, unless he's Scarfed Magmortar. So both Shaman and Red and Wash can beat the Magmortar. The Leech Seeds there are if I can just be annoying and drop Leech Seeds for recovery. At one point I was running Rest, but I figured, okay, Seeds is probably better to get recovery. Because if I'm forced down into Shaman once I go to sleep, I can't switch out if that's my last Mon. And I lose because I'm asleep. Seed Flare is there to break Vaporeon and Mudsdale. And then Toxic, if I can just start passing Toxics around, that'd be great. If I could get a Toxic off on the Mega Altaria, that would be wonderful, because then I can put that Altaria on a timer. Yes, it can roost up, but eventually it's going to go on a timer. Because it's 6, 12, 18, 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. 48. And then it gets it. Or 36, 48. I don't know what the Toxic ramp is, but hopefully I can get the Toxic ramp to go to enough where I can severely weaken that Altaria, unless he's carrying Heabel or something, which means he's either not got Roost, or he only has Mono Attack in return, or EQ, which helps me one way or the other. 120 speed is to beat that, and then the 40 plus defense is just so I can take one hit from the Altaria at +1 and get either the Toxic, or, well, get the Toxic off, hopefully. So, again, wide lens. Accuracy is 1.1, so Toxic from 90 goes to 0.99, so I'm basically, I have a 1% chance to miss the Toxic, and the Seed Flare is 85, so I have a 94% chance to hit a Seed Flare, so 6% miss. But yeah, that's the Shaman. We have Garchomp with Sand Force. Again, this thing is really leaning on having Sand up. Very much so having Sand up. So if Drill serves its purpose, and I can Sack Drill, if I have to Sack Drill to set Sand, I can. This and Drill are basically the same set. Like EQ Ironhead on both, except Chomp has Sub and Swords Dance. The goal being to, and I believe this Garchomp is set, so I can abuse the Vaporeon. But let me go double check. That's not what I need. I'm recording a bunch of team builders in a row, which is why you keep seeing the magma dot come up, because I'm going to record that one here as soon as I'm done with this one. Garchomp custom set versus Vape, defensive Vape. So yes, so as you can see, I'm built so a Scald does not break my substitute if he has no special attack investment. If he's got some special attack investment, he can obviously get the sub to break if he gets a high roll, but I'm guaranteed to keep my sub up the way this thing is built with its HP and its SPDEF. I have no attack investment, strictly because of the fact that Chomp has a base 170. It's already at 376. That's a massive attack stat, and as soon as I start boosting, I'm already going to almost take out the Vaporeon. So as long as I get the sub up, I SD, he doesn't break the sub, I can SD again, he breaks the sub, I can sub again, take the Scald hit, SD, to get to +6. The second that Scald will break my sub, then I sub again, leaving me about 25% health. And then his Scald puts me right at the break point, potentially. I EQ, Vaporeon goes down. And at +6, I don't think anything lives a hit. Rotom-Mow. +6. The Rotom-Mow gets 2-shot by the Iron Head, and I lose my sub to the Leaf Storm. Altaria. Well, actually, if I have sand up, no, I'd run out of sand. That'd be 6 turns. I'd have run out of sand by then, so that wouldn't work. The Altaria. Let's just assume D-Dance set, because that set runs through me, doesn't live a hit. Mudsdale. He's the Rocker Tech. EQ clears that out. Obviously, Magmortar's cleared. Hitmonlee's cleared. Haxorus is cleared. Nihilego's cleared. Mimikyu. Mimikyu's the biggest issue for this set. Except I have enough bulk. Well, no, because he gets up to +2 regardless. So, Mimikyu's the biggest issue. For Chomp. So if there's no Mimikyu, or if Mimikyu goes down, Chomp freely gets to set up and sweep at that point. So I need to take out Mimikyu for Chomp to sweep. I need to take out Vaporeon for Drill to sweep. So it depends on what comes as to whether or not I use this to sweep or Drill to try and sweep. But yeah, that's why there's no attack investment on this Chomp. And this is actually a pretty cool Chomp set, I think. It's bulky and speed. So, really looking forward to this. Chomp, I really hope to not see Mimikyu. I hope to see the Vaporeon. If I see the Mimikyu, that's not terrible, because it's probably Mimikyu over Mega Altaria. But I don't want to see Mega Altaria. Vaporeon I would welcome, solely because I could set up on it and break it. My best check to the Altaria is Salazzle, and that's because I have to go into Salazzle on the switch and hope he doesn't EQ. Because I'm Scarfed, I can Encore him into D-Dance and then just blow him away with Sludge Wave. That's about the only hope I have to stop that thing from getting set up multiple times. And I have to kill it before he gets up to +2. Like, if he gets to, or before his Encore breaks. If his Encore breaks before I kill it, then he's now like +3, +4, and I'm screwed. I have nothing that outspeeds and nothing that takes a +3, +4 hit. So, playing with fire there. I am Flame, so basically I have to Encore, let him get to +2, switch out, come back in, and hope that I can 2-shot. Yeah, I'm playing with fire with that one. Flamethrower is there to take out Jirachi, Weavile, Rotom-Mow, The Sludge Wave, as I said, is there to take out the Altaria. It does hit Mimikyu as well, which is nice. Hidden Power Grass, because his direct checks to this are going to be probably Mudsdale and Nihilego. And Mudsdale does not appreciate the Hidden Power Grasses. Nihilego doesn't necessarily care about them. I was Hidden Power Ground at one point, but it doesn't do nearly enough to Nihilego, so Hidden Power Grouse is better because it does more to Mudsdale. Again, I think it's Mega Alt. Mudsdale will set the rocks. Rotom Mow. Vapo. Probably Mag, even though Sand has a pretty good matchup versus it. And then, so Altaria, Mag, Mudsdale, Rotom Mow, Vaporeon, Nihilego. Those are the 6 I think he brings. I don't see Jirachi coming. I don't see Weavile coming. I don't see Mimikyu coming unless he decides not to bring Mega Alt. Haxorus I don't see coming. Mega Altaria is a better dragon for him to bring. Hitmonlee could come as a breaker, but... And the reason why I can't have Stealth Rocks on my side of the field is because Rabombi is my last-ditch effort to take out this Mega Altaria. So it's Quiver Dance, Moonblast, Hidden Power Ground, Roost with the Focus Sash, Shield Dust to prevent Fake Out from breaking me. So for, say, I lead this, he leads Hitmonlee, and he goes for a Fake Out. My Sash will break, but I don't lose my turn because Shield Dust prevents secondary effects, so no Fake Out, flinch. The goal is to Sash, take a hit from the Altaria. Again, it can't be +2 or I'm toast. Take a +1 hit from the Altaria, Quiver Dance on it, and then Moonblast will OHKO the Altaria at +1, assuming he's the standard EQ set. Like, if he's not the standard EQ set, I'm in trouble, because that's what I was calculating against, was the standard EQ set. But if I can Sash the Quiver Dance and then fire off the Moonblast, I'll be faster than him at +1. I OHKO, and then we go from there. The Hidden Power Ground is because his checks into this are Magmortar. Mudsdale could come in, but Mudsdale doesn't want to take multiple hits. So I think his best check is going to be that he has Jirachi's his only Steel type, and I don't see Jirachi coming. And Bug Buzz would rip through Jirachi anyways, which is why Weavile probably wouldn't come in, because it'd be scared of the Bug Buzz. So the best check to this that he has is Magmortar. So that Hidden Power Ground there at +1 will take out the Magmortar as well. So I have multiple game plans for this game. 2 sweep options if need be. 3 sweep options actually, because Rabombi, once it gets the Quiver Dance off, if I can start roosting, I can get that thing rolling as well. But it really depends on his team comp what I do. If I see a team comp with no Mega Altaria, Garchomp's probably the sweeper then. If I see team comp with Altaria, I have to juggle who's going to try and take on the Altaria. Yeah, I really, really want to see that Vaporeon, though, and not Mega Altaria. I'd rather see Vaporeon and Mimikyu over Mega Altaria and Vaporeon, just solely because I can use Vaporeon to set Chomp up, like I showed you guys, and then I can break Mimikyu that way. I'll just sub on the Swords Dance, and then... No, it doesn't matter. No, I'd rather see Mim, because then I can take out... I'll have to take out Mim beforehand, which I can do with Dro, set up the Sand, and start pulling that off. Like, that's how I can break the Mim. And then the Vaporeon I just use Garchomp to set up on. Or Garchomp to set up on the Vaporeon, yeah. I don't know, I'll figure it out in-game, but that's going to be the team builder. Hopefully I can break this Mega Altaria. With all that being said, please check out the links in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Griffin Feathers, aka Luca's Twitter is down there. I should be adding his DeviantArt down there as well. So you guys can go check him out. He's the great artist that does all the artwork for me, for the channel. Very, very good friend. Very, very good dude. Twitch, you can go check out my Twitch. I'll be streaming more often, I hope, as soon as I get my internet figured out. We will be doing the WWC draft stream. We will be doing things like Uno and all that. Discord, my Discord's linked down below, the Weather Gamer family. It's a great place to come hang out. It literally is a family. I treat that server like it's a family. Everybody has a place, everybody belongs, everybody's included, so you don't have to feel like you're alone and isolated in that server. It's also where WWC is taking place, so if you wanted to spectate the WWC, you could do that. So with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one.